see, I rarely go anywhere without the kids. They want to be with me all the time. So when I'm looking for a vehicle, the most important thing to me is how I'm going to use it with my family. And there were a couple things I really liked about this Mazda when it comes to the kids, and a couple things that I didn't like. First thing I want to show you about is the back seat. You'll see there's enough seating for 3 people. However, if you are like our family and have 2 young children in car seats, you're only really going to be able to fit 2 of your kids back there. The third would have to be super skinny and not in a car seat, or else it's just not going to work for you. But 2 car seats do fit back there pretty well. The passenger seat, well, whichever seat, if you have an infant carrier, it's going to have to be pulled a little bit farther to get it into the base, but it still is not a big deal to fit the 2 seats back there. Another really nice thing about this car is the trunk. The trunk of the Mazda is really nice. For one thing, on my key I have a little button, so I push that and it's going to open on its own, which is very handy when you've got your hands full with the kids. You open it with one hand. There's a lot of room in the trunk. However, I have to say that our double stroller would not fit in here. So if you're going to be going out on a big family trip and you need to be able to take a double stroller, this is not going to be the car for you. The only other negative thing I can say about this car is that in the side impact crash ratings, it only gets 2 out of 5 stars. For me, just as a driver myself, not thinking about the kids, the only thing that I personally didn't like about this car is the gas on the passenger side. When I get out to fill up my tank, I love to just be able to run over really quick, put the gas in, and be done with it. There are a lot of things that I really love about this car. For one, all of your controls are right here at your hands if you need it. You've got your cruise, your volume control, your navigation system. All the controls for it are right here. So that makes it really easy when you've got kids in the back and you don't want to be distracted while you're on the road. It's super easy to find whatever you need. We live in West Virginia, so some winters we get a lot of snow. It just depends on the year, but it's always cold, and I hate the cold. So another thing I love about this car, which we really didn't get to try out because it's summertime, are the heated leather seats. I would love to have a car with heated leather seats. The mirrors are also heated, so that would be another really big plus for me in the wintertime. To sum it all up, I've really enjoyed driving this Mazda. It's a fun little car to drive. It looks really cute. Me personally, if it was going to be a daily driver for myself, I prefer to have something a little bit bigger when I'm shuffling the kids in and out all day. But this car is perfect for my husband to drive to work. It's going to get good gas mileage for him. It looks nice for us to drive it. And when we do need to use it to take the kids places, they can easily fit in there and we can go wherever we need to go.
I've now spent a week with the Mazda3 SkyActiv, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this little car. I like it a lot. It's a fun car to drive, even though the aim is more towards fuel economy than fun or sport, which is a little different from Mazda. But Mazda has come to the realization in the past couple of years that the main focus of current buyers is fuel economy. Their SkyActiv technology gets its name from Mazda saying they wanted to reach for the sky, and they've done it successfully with this vehicle. On paper it says it's supposed to get 40 miles per gallon, and throughout my week of driving it, I've actually exceeded that. I've gotten closer to between 42 and 45. It's pretty impressive for a 2-liter engine. Now, it's not the fastest car in the world, and it's not totally built for performance. It's only got 155 horsepower, 148 foot-pounds of torque, but out of a 2-liter, that's acceptable. The 0 to 60 time is 9 seconds, also acceptable. But even though this car isn't the fastest car in the world, it feels fast. Mazda hasn't lost its soul in the process of building an econo-box, which is more than can be said for a lot of other manufacturers. The likes of Honda and Toyota, they're great cars. They're well built, but they have no soul. They have no punch. It's like driving a refrigerator. Yeah, it's great and it works, but at the end of the day, you're driving a refrigerator. That's the part I've always been a fan about Mazda. They know how to build a fun car. Now, the Mazda3 that was supplied to me is a pretty well-loaded model. Has leather seats, navigation, headlights that turn with the steering wheel. Now, to me, that was kind of an odd feature. The speeds that you're going to be going at with this car, that's always seemed like somewhat of a gimmicky type of thing, and at the end of the day it's adding cost onto the price of the vehicle for something that's not exactly essential, and it also drives up your insurance rates because replacement costs for things like these special headlights is rather expensive. I would highly recommend this car to someone who does a lot of commuting but still wants some fun in their drive. You know, again, a lot of the other car manufacturers, they make great, fantastic cars that are well built and they get pretty good gas mileage, but they're just boring to drive. This car is for people who still have soul, who still want to have fun on their way to work.
Thanks, Oren. Thanks, Janessa. Well, everybody, my name is Tim, and I'm going to be the aesthetics guy. Unfortunately, this time around, I wasn't able to be a part of the review, but as soon as the judge says this bad boy can come off, I'm going to be a part of things.